All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Slavo Oriana, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. All right, guys, so the playoffs are about to begin this Saturday. The regular season has concluded, okay? We already know who's going to be in the playoffs. We already know what happened in Week 18. Week 18 was crazy, all right? We could kick it off and talk about how the Jaguars made the biggest upset, okay? Upsetting the Indianapolis Colts. I thought Indianapolis had it in the bag. It clearly was not the case whatsoever. They really shut down Jonathan Taylor, and then that opened up the whole debacle. Pittsburgh ended up winning against Baltimore, all right? And then obviously that Sunday night game was phenomenal between the Chargers and the Raiders. My opinion, Coach Staley, man, that guy needs to go, or at least he needs to be heavily looked at in season 2 because he cost the team wins. He cost the team wins in the Kansas City game. He could have settled for the tie, but he was so worried about that run defense, and it just looked like as if the Raiders were heavily focused on just going for the tie, and that would allow the Chargers to get in. But with the Chargers calling the timeout, it changed the whole game plan. Raiders ran the ball, and Josh Jacobs got I believe, what was it, like 10, 12 yards, and then Carlson ended up going for the field goal. He has never missed so far in Allegiant Stadium, and Raiders move on. Chargers go home. Steelers are going to the playoffs. But now we have, and then also San Fran ended up getting in. What San Fran ended up getting in, it stops Sean Payton and the Saints from getting in. In my opinion, Sean Payton is best coaching season because he's guided the Saints to a 9-8 record. Something that we didn't really expect. Considering that he really didn't have a quarterback. I know you had your Trevor Siemians, and then you had your Taysom Hills, and then Jameis Winston goes down with an ACL tear. Damn, that really did hurt. But what a phenomenal so far NFL 2021 season. But now these games matter. It's one and done from here on forward. The playoffs start on Saturday. I believe the first Saturday game might be Raiders. Yes, it's the Raiders and Bengals. Man, guys, that is a very interesting matchup in my opinion because of the fact that we have Derek Carr, who has guided his Raiders to the postseason, I believe, when he was like a rookie, but unfortunately wasn't able to play because of injury. All right, and then he had his backup, I believe, Cook play in that Houston Texans game, and then the Raiders haven't made the playoffs since. Very happy for Josh Jacobs. He definitely ended up making it. Okay. For the first time in his career. And with everything that the Raiders have gone through, with Coach Gruden and Henry Ruggs, and then the other first round draft pick who, was promoting like gun violence and stuff like that. It was just fiasco upon fiasco upon fiasco. Congratulations to the Raiders. You have moved on to the wild card round. You'll be facing the Cincinnati Bengals, who is led by, a very good quarterback, possibly a future face of the NFL in Joe Burrow, who has looked phenomenal so far this season. In season 2, remember, he went down in season 1 with the torn ACL halfway through his rookie season, but he's got a couple of good weapons with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, who he had played with in LSU. Guys, this matchup, I got the Bengals winning. Question is, will Joe Mixon be able to play? I'm not 100% sure if he is be able to play. I think the Bengals have the better weapons. So you got T. Higgins, you have Tyler Boyd, you have Jamar Chase on the outside. I think there's just too many weapons, especially if you have Joe Mixon running from the out of the backfield. I think Bengals should be able to get the win, especially since they are at home and they have the home field advantage. I think Raiders have a very good story upon them, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to do enough to stop the Cincinnati Bengals from possibly scoring 25 to 30 points, okay? The second game is this, there's only 2 games for Saturday. You got the Buffalo Bills hosting the New England Patriots. Now, they went 1-1 against each other. New England was able to get that victory on Monday Night Football over the Buffalo Bills. Remember, that was the game that Bill Belichick was really implementing the run because he saw how bad the weather was in Buffalo, and he forced Mac Jones to only throw the ball 3 times throughout the entirety of the game, okay? And it was a very close nip-and-tuck game. I thought that was going to be for the AFC East title, but Buffalo was able to manage in the second game. They were able to bounce back. They were able to get the victory in Foxborough, and since the Bills were able to get the victory over the Jets, and then you have the Patriots losing in their last game. I mean, it goes figures that Buffalo wins back-to-back AFC East titles as expected. Now the question is, will Sean McDermott will be able to keep making adjustments in and making sure that Josh Allen and the crew is able to get past Bill Belichick? That's a big question. That's a big tall task order. I still have them favored. I have Buffalo winning 24-20. All right, it will be a close game. It will be a nitty-gritty game, but I believe that Josh Allen and the crew, okay, will be able to make more plays when it counts most, because they have the better, most talented team on the field compared to the New England Patriots. And I just think that Mac Jones, as a rookie, I think that he will be a decent game manager, but I just think that he won't be able to make the game-winning plays for you like what a Tom Brady was able to do for the New England Patriots in Foxborough back in the day. Okay, that Sunday game, we got the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Now, this is a very interesting matchup because of the fact that this will be the first time that the Buccaneers had actually hosted a whole playoff game, and I don't know since when. I believe since maybe 2007, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't host a playoff game last year because they were the wild card because of the fact that the Saints ended up winning the division. But the Eagles, they do make it. They're one of the 2 wild card teams from the NFC. I don't see that there's any way possible for the Eagles to win outside of running the football. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to score more points than Tom Brady. I think the only way the Eagles are able to win is if they going to be able to control the clock and burn as much time as possible. As for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think that yes, they're vulnerable. They don't have Chris Godwin. He tore his ACL. Antonio Brown has been released from the team. Okay, you're gonna have Mike Evans. I think you might have Leonard Fournette in this game as well too. So I believe that if you're gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe this is the week that you're gonna be able to do it. And unfortunately, okay, I believe that Tampa Bay lucked out and they were able to get the most easiest opponent that's available in the NFC, and yes, they were able to get the Jalen Hurts Eagles, okay? But I do believe Tom Brady gets it done. I believe he gets it done 31-14, Tampa Bay. And then the 4:30 game, the big one, the one that I think a lot of people are going to have circled, is 49ers at Cowboys, okay? Now, I know this is a big rivalry game that has, they've been having a huge rivalry in the 80s, maybe 70s, I know definitely in the 90s, all right? Very big matchup. I think this is a very tough matchup for both teams just because Cowboys, when they're at their very full potential, they're one of the more scariest teams in when it comes to throwing the football, the whole offense entirely, okay? I know they have a very good defense, but I think San Fran might have the edge here. I think Kyle Shanahan is going to be facing his former, mentor, and Dan Quinn. Remember, Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan, they were able to lead the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and they ended up losing. But Kyle Shanahan is the boy genius. He is the guy that has, who has a great offensive playbook. I know he's been using Deebo Samuel to be creative coming out of the backfield, throwing the football, catching the football and stuff like that. I think if Jimmy G is going to be able to limit as many mistakes as possible, he can't afford to turn over the football. I know that the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to try to, disrupt, and they're going to try to, force him to make a lot of mistakes. And especially with Traquan Diggs, right? And Michael Parsons on that defense, along with DeMarcus Lawrence. I believe that the only way that the Cowboys are going to be able to win this football game is if they're going to be able to force Jimmy G to commit a whole bunch of turnovers. If he is one turnover, if not turnover clean, I see the 49ers advancing to the next round. But until then, I got the Cowboys winning, all right? I got the Cowboys winning 24. I got 24-21. Usually, it's always going to be some type of a show with the Cowboys where it's going to come down to the very last drive. But I got the Cowboys winning, beating the 49ers 24-21. And then lastly, the Sunday night game for Sunday is Pittsburgh versus Kansas City. This is a very interesting matchup because Pittsburgh has worked. They actually, grinded it out just to get out to the playoffs. Right? They ended up lucking because of the fact that Las Vegas and LA Chargers did not go for the tie. Coach Staley ended up going for the timeout, which kind of ruined everything. It kind of ruined the possibility of the chaos that we were going to end up having. But we got the Steelers in facing the Chiefs. I see this as just gravy on top type of a game. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers doing much. I see, the only good highlights coming from the Steelers is Big Ben Roethlisberger possibly throwing maybe one touchdown, and then you're going to have TJ Watt trying to rush at Patrick Mahomes, possibly sacking him about 1 to 2 times. All right? But I see Kansas City winning. I see Kansas City winning big. I see them winning 35-10. And then the Monday Night Football game. Yes, we do have a Monday Night Football game, which I'm very excited about. We got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to SoFi Stadium, where the Super Bowl is going to be hosted on February 13th. Traveling to SoFi Stadium to face the LA Rams. Now, guys, division rivals matchups always turn out to be very, very fun. I would love to see what's going to end up happening in this matchup. I favor the Rams just because of the fact that I feel like Kyler Murray, during the second half of the season, he's always seems to deplete down. I don't think he's able to reach his maximum potential because of the fact that he's always been getting hit. And after a while, I feel like that weighs in on him. Plus, I feel like Matthew Stafford, he needs to get that first playoff win, and I feel like he has to get it now. He can't afford to get it later. I feel like he has to get it now. I feel like he's going to be able to connect with Cooper Kupp. I feel like Cooper Kupp is going to have a phenomenal game. I think Odell Beckham Jr. might have a decent average game that's going to be able to help the offense, along with Van Jefferson. All right, and then you're also bringing back Cam Akers. I definitely do see the Rams winning. Not big, but it's a very close game. I got them winning 27-20. All right. And yeah, guys, that covers everything for the NFL players going into the wild card round. Guys, I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear, who do you think is going to end up winning it all? Who do you think is going to be getting the upset? Were my predictions wrong? And who do you think is going to have the biggest impact in the wild card round? Until then, guys, I am Flavio Rihanna. Thank you for tuning in to First and Goal. Really helps out the channel when you hit the like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, guys. Peace, guys, and enjoy this weekend. I will. All right. I hope you guys too. See you guys and have a good one. Peace.